Well, hello there. I'm Allie, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you like creepy narrations or SCP readings, go on right ahead and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload just like this one. Be sure to read the description and stick around to the end of the video to know where to find me and how you, yes you, can support the channel. Now, let's get on to the narration. 3:33 a.m. That's the time right now. Just like you, I'm a fiend for scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit. Most of the time not really taking in what I'm watching or reading, but being on a sort of social media autopilot, navigating from page to page. And just like you, I got to a point where the same pages just didn't do it for me anymore. So, I'm writing this post to give you all a bit of free information. Don't get me wrong, it comes at a price, but you are not forced to pay it. I'll explain. After reading countless stories about the dark web and the dangers of what lurks beneath the surface of the internet, I decided to download a Tor browser and see for myself. Now I know before you even finish that sigh of disappointment at another dark web story, this you need to read. I'm not here to persuade you to not go looking, but quite the opposite. What people say about the dark web is right for the most part. Most of the links are dead, and the ones that are still active are so outdated to what we are used to, become a chore to use, and the novelty quickly wears off. But hold on there. You see, lurking behind the active pages is an even bigger kept secret. An even deeper part of the internet that as soon as a user logs in to these 90s throwaway replica pages of shady marketplaces and even shadier videos make themselves known to the hidden page admins. They can see what you search for, what's on your hard drive, and even what you've been viewing on that USB stick you keep out of view. And if they think you're worthy, like I was fortunately, they will make themselves known to you. A simple message. Do you want to see more? Yes or no? Click enter. Judge me all you want. I know when I meet our maker, if he exists, I'm not going to be gracing the gates of heaven for long before they cast me down to the fires below. If you knew what was on that USB stick I keep under the loose floorboard in my bedroom, and what was the first things I searched for as soon as I hit the dark web, you would have no doubt I will get what's coming to me. And to an extent I understand, and I agree. My soul died the day I found the videos I like to watch. Piece by piece fell away from my being each time I pressed play and heard the screams, watched the blood leaving its host and the anguish left on their helpless faces. I live a numb existence now. After watching those kinds of videos, you lose that sense of feeling. Like nothing really matters anymore now that you know that can exist in society. I clicked yes without really giving it a second thought. From the dull gray text-heavy website, I was redirected to a red screen with a picture of an unassuming door at the center and an enter button below. Clicking the button took me to a screen heavily inspired by YouTube. Each video had a time in the bottom corner, and each video averaged a few hours each. Reading through the titles, I instantly knew the kind of site I had entered. Young college girl brutally beaten until chokes on her own blood. Family mauled to death by a pack of dogs. Frat boy takes a claw hammer to the temple. The list went on. The next tab to the videos caught my eye. Be the executioner. You decide. Clicking the tab took me to a live feed. The room was bare, except for a metal chair shackled to the floor, with the wrist and ankle shackles menacingly laying open hanging from the joints of the chair. Behind the chair, a table was pushed against the far wall with a filthy green blanket of some sort strewn over the top, concealing the contents of the table. While I took in the details of the room, a man came into view from the left of the screen, closely followed by a petite female, probably in her early 20s, already badly beaten and held by her hair by the man leading the way. Up until now, my room had been silent, but as the sobbing woman came into view, my room erupted with the sound of her whimpering, startling me from my trance-like state. I adjusted the sound on my speakers, regained composure, and began reading the menu down the right-hand side of the screen. It looked more like instructions. Dear viewer, well done for making it this far. Most people make it to the first page beyond the door, realize we're the real deal, and nope their way out of here. Well, let me tell you this. They missed a real treat. We are not like most sites. We don't ask for you to log in, we already have your details. We don't ask for payment, money is no object to us. We don't even ask that you stay loyal in return. New people search the dark web daily, we have plenty of viewer potential. We do, however, ask one thing of everyone who clicks accept at the bottom of this screen. By now I notice the woman has been shackled to the chair in the middle of the room, and the man is standing just to the right of the chair, his face obscured by a makeshift executioner mask, eyes peering through the mask directly at the camera, directly at me, as if waiting for me. All we ask is that you divulge us with the information of your preferred method of death and the way you fear the most. Please don't try to bypass these questions, as keystrokes are monitored and non-serious answers will result in you being blocked from the site indefinitely. Please give your answers below. Preferred method of death. How do you fear dying the most? Upon accepting this, you acknowledge that at the end of every show, your answers will be put to a vote by the viewers, and you may be selected to be the main attraction of the next show. We will collect you by 9:45 a.m., where you will be subjected to all mediums of torture until the next show at precisely 9:00 p.m. At 9:00 p.m., you will then be exposed to the answer you submitted above that gained the most votes until your death. Accept, yes or no. Click enter. I inputted my answers. For the record, I preferred freezing to death and feared being slowly eaten alive by rats, and clicked accept. Wait, what was that disclaimer? Never mind, the screen came to life. As soon as I clicked accept, the man nodded, turned towards the table and removed the blanket. Underneath, I could see an industrial-sized grater and blowtorch. He picked the tools up and slowly started walking back to the woman. As the clock hit 9:00 p.m., the man began heating the grater while holding it incredibly close to the woman's now hysterical face. Her screams were going unheard by me and the several other viewers, indicated by the view count in the corner of the screen I hadn't noticed before now. As it got to just after 3 a.m., the view count had reached 10,642 viewers, and without sharing too much detail, the woman was no longer recognizable. As she lay slumped in her chair, the man stopped his unrelenting assault on the woman and turned towards the camera again. A list flashed up on the screen with the numbers. All I had to do was put a tick in my vote. Strangulation, 150. Mauled by a bear, 1,050. Shot point blank with a revolver, 526. Drowning, 2,186. Throat slit, 2,421. Beaten to death, 120. Freezing to death, 682. Eaten alive by rats, 3,507. Congratulations! Your method of most feared way to die has been chosen by our viewers. The message popped up on the screen instantly. Please be ready for our arrival at your below address. Address redacted. As I mentioned earlier, I completely agree. What I have done is wrong, and I know one day I will pay. Unlike everyone else though, I know my judgment day is today. I need to hit post now. They will be here in a few hours possibly, so I won't be around to answer questions if what they say is true. I recommend you check out the site. You never know. You may be lucky, like me. You might be picked next. Hey guys, Ali here. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching my video. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications if you want more videos just like this one. And if you are so inclined, follow me on social media and support me on Ko-fi. All links are listed in the description box below. Thanks, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye!